Neville Goddard's 5-second manifestation hack is all about harnessing the power of imagination in the present moment. To begin, close your eyes and vividly imagine your desired outcome as if it has already happened. Feel the emotions, engage your senses, and immerse yourself in the scene for just 5 seconds. According to Goddard, this brief yet intense focus impresses your subconscious mind, setting the wheels of manifestation in motion almost instantly. Believe it, feel it, and let it unfold. The shocking secret to instant manifestation. What if I told you there's a 5-second Neville Goddard technique that can bypass doubt, erase resistance, and deliver your desires faster than traditional manifestation methods? Most people struggle because they're stuck in the cycle of wanting, but Neville's I Remember When hack flips the script entirely. Instead of begging the universe, you speak from the place of already having your desire. This isn't just positive thinking. It's a psychological trick that forces your subconscious to accept your wish as fact. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to use this method to manifest money, love, or any goal with shocking speed. Why this method works like magic. Neville taught that your subconscious mind can't distinguish between imagination and reality. When you say, I remember when, followed by your desire, you're speaking from the past, a place your brain accepts as unchangeable truth. This bypasses the resistance that comes with future-based affirmations like, I will be rich. Think about it. When you recall a memory, you don't doubt it happened. By framing your desire as a past event, you trick your mind into solidifying it as reality. Neville called this living from the end, and it's the fastest way to align your state with your desire. The exact formula for instant shifts. The structure is simple. I remember when I used to old reality, but now desire. For example, I remember when I used to stress about bills, but now money surprises me daily. The key is delivering the statement with nostalgic emotion, like you're reminiscing. This isn't about forcing belief. It's about recalling your new reality so naturally that your subconscious has no choice but to accept it. Neville emphasized that persistent assumption hardens into fact, and this method accelerates that process by making your desire feel like a done deal. A student used this to manifest a job. I remember when I used to interview nervously. Now I'm the top candidate everywhere I go. Within a week, 3 recruiters reached out. Another revised a breakup. I remember when we were struggling. Now we're happier than ever. Their ex returned in 10 days. Why? Because the brain treats these statements like memories, not wishes. Neville taught that imagining creates reality, and this technique weaponizes that principle by eliminating the gap between desire and belief. How to supercharge the technique. For faster results, pair this with sensory vividness. When you say, I remember when, add details. Sights, sounds, emotions. Neville's state akin to sleep, ascites, is perfect here. Repeat your statement drowsily until it feels real. Another trick. Write your memory in a journal daily. The more you reinforce it, the quicker your 3D reality conforms. Remember, Neville warned that faith is loyalty to the unseen reality. This method forces that loyalty by making the unseen feel lived. The biggest mistake. Why people fail. Most ruin this technique by checking for results. If you say, I remember when I was poor, but then obsess over your bank account, you're reinforcing lack. Neville was clear. You must turn your back on the old man. Live from the new memory without contradiction. Doubt isn't failure. It's a sign to persist. The moment your remembered reality feels more true than your current one, manifestation occurs. When to use it for different goals. Neville Goddard taught that specificity is key. The more vivid and detailed your remembered scenario, the faster it materializes. Here's an expanded list of how to apply the I remember when technique to various desires. Money and abundance. I remember when I worried about bills. Now money flows to me effortlessly. I remember when I struggled to save. Now my bank account grows daily. I remember when I doubted my worth. Now high-paying opportunities find me. Love and relationships. I remember when I felt lonely. Now my partner cherishes me deeply. I remember when we argued. Now our love feels brand new. I remember when dating felt hard. Now amazing people pursue me. Health and wellness. I remember when I lacked energy. Now I wake up vibrant every day. I remember when my body ached. Now I move with perfect ease. I remember when I was sick. Now my immune system is unshakable. Career and success. I remember when my job drained me. Now I'm paid well for my passion. I remember when interviews scared me. Now employers compete to hire me. I remember when I felt stuck. Now promotions come effortlessly. Home and lifestyle. I remember when my place felt small. Now I love my dream home. I remember when I rented. Now I own property debt-free. I remember when my space was chaotic. Now it's my peaceful sanctuary. Confidence and self-concept. I remember when I doubted myself. Now I trust my power completely. I remember when I feared rejection. Now I'm magnetically confident. I remember when I played small. Now I shine boldly everywhere I go. Travel and freedom. I remember when I felt trapped. Now I explore the world freely. I remember when vacations were rare. Now I'm always on a new adventure. I remember when flights were expensive. Now first-class upgrades surprise me. Specific scenarios. I remember when my ex ignored me. Now they text me daily. I remember when my boss criticized me. Now they praise my work. I remember when my side hustle struggled. Now it's a thriving business. Why this works. Neville emphasized that detailed assumptions create stronger impressions on the subconscious. The more sensory-rich your memory, sights, sounds, emotions, the quicker it manifests. Test this with one desire, persist for 7 days, and watch reality shift. Your imagination is the only reality. What you remember as true becomes true. Neville Goddard. Advanced tweaks for stubborn desires. For impossible goals, layer in revision. Before sleep, replay a past failure as a success. Then tag it with, I remember when. Neville's students use this to reverse layoffs, illnesses, and even legal troubles. Why? Because all time is now. Your revised past must reshape your future. This advanced approach works because it attacks resistance at its root. Your subconscious memory bank. When you revise a past event, say, a job rejection, by mentally rewriting it as an acceptance, I remember when they called to offer me the position, you're not just visualizing, you're reprogramming your identity. Neville taught that your self-concept is built on past experiences, so by altering those memories in imagination, you literally change who you believe yourself to be. Take the case of a woman who revised a decade of financial struggle. Every night, she replayed memories of bills piling up as scenes of abundant checks arriving unexpectedly. Within weeks, she received 2 back pay settlements and a promotion she never applied for. Why? Because her revised past dissolved her struggling identity. As Neville wrote in The Pruning Shears of Revision, you can alter the future by changing the past in your imagination. For physical healing, this is especially potent. One student revised a chronic illness by remembering, I remember when the doctors were amazed by my recovery, while feeling their body vibrantly healthy. The condition began improving in ways medical reports couldn't explain. This aligns with Neville's revelation. There is no past outside your mind. The key is emotional immersion. Don't just think the new memory, relive it with sensory details, sounds, textures, joy. The more real it feels, the faster your subconscious accepts it as truth. Neville warned, half-hearted imagining bears no fruit. For legal or fixed situations, add this tweak. Revise the other people's reactions too. If manifesting a court case dismissal, imagine the judge smiling as they say, case closed. Neville proved this works. He once revised a soldier's dishonorable discharge into an honorable one by persistently seeing the officer apologizing while handing him new papers. Why this works like magic. Your brain doesn't distinguish between real and imagined memories. Neuroscientific studies confirm that vividly recalled memories activate the same neural pathways as actual experiences. By grafting new past memories onto stubborn desires, you're forcing your mind to update its blueprint of reality. Neville's ultimate secret? The past is still malleable because all time exists now. When you revise convincingly enough, The universe must reconcile the contradiction by altering your future. Test this with one impossible desire. You'll witness what Neville knew. Imagination is the only reality. Neville's forgotten truth about time. Neville taught that time is a construct of your assumptions. The I remember when method works because it collapses the illusion of distance between you and your desire. In The Law and the Promise, Neville wrote, "Man's imagination is God himself." When you speak as if your desire is already a memory, you're wielding divine creative power. Most fail because they wait for reality to change first. But masters know reality is the last place change appears. Your imagination is the only reality. Persist in this technique, and you'll witness what Neville knew. Assumption, though false if sustained, will harden into fact. Now go remember your future.